What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Decoding Toxic Text Messages and Emails with your favorite self-aware narcissist, me, Lee Hammock. Today, y'all, we got a doozy. Like, she sent me a breakdown, but she also attached a text message to it as well of a guy that she broke up with that's messaging her son that's not even his son. Y'all, I'm gonna read the breakdown, put it right here on the screen, and I'll read the text message as well. I'm gonna read the breakdown and I'll put the text message right here, okay? This email I received may be simpler to break down. The backstory. I received the following email from our toxic partner about a month after our final breakup. The email is actually directed to my 7-year-old son, as if he could read well enough to understand it. I am curious to know your opinion on why he would send an email to my email account directed towards my small child. Granted, he has yet to reach out or contact my son, even though I have tried contacting him when my son wanted to speak to him. And then she sent another email. She said, by the way, he is not the father to my son, and we were never married, so it's not like he was his stepfather either. Whenever we would get back together, my son would always tell him to not yell at his mommy and to be nice to his mommy. So my son has witnessed him raging and yelling at me. So thank you for escaping that and getting that away from your son. But I'm gonna put the text message right here, y'all. Oh no, the email. Of course, I got the names blocked out. I protect privacy. I protect the privacy. If you want to send your stuff in, the email will be at the end, y'all. Okay, this is directed to her son. That's not his son. I don't know how long the relationship went on, but this is wild. I'll always be here, buddy. I loved you the moment I laid eyes on you. When you couldn't sleep in Cali, I was honored to be by your bedside to wait for you to fall asleep. Y'all see how this is love bombing by proxy. He's trying to demonstrate to me, if he's a narcissistic person, he's trying to demonstrate to her that she's missing out on having somebody to help raise her son. I don't know if the biological father is involved or whatnot, but he's trying to make it seem like, hey, you're gonna miss out. You're taking me away from your son, and your son is gonna miss me too. It's like, so this is not really directed to the son, y'all. This is love bombing by proxy. This is to her, but it's written to her son to try to avoid shame. But I didn't write it to you. I wrote it to your son. You see what I'm saying? You were so brave being alone in your room at such an early age. Not too many people your age do that, honestly. Sometimes I remember you coming into mommy's room too, and you would somehow climb that big bed and get in the middle of mommy and me. Like, he's talking like this is his son, y'all. He's talking like this is directly his son. Sorry. And sometimes I would catch you on the recliner in the living room, chilling with your feet up at 4 a.m. This is trying to make the mom remember the good times, y'all. This is what this is directed towards. She said her son is 7 years old. And like, can 7-year-olds read? Yes. But understanding the complexities of this and the manipulation behind it of him trying to get back with the mom, that's toxic, y'all. Mommy told me you were doing really good in school. You see this right here? She said she hasn't talked to him. But he said that mommy told me you were doing good in school. She said when I try to reach out to him on behalf of my son, he doesn't contact me back, but somehow, you see what I'm saying? Well, she might have talked to him. Well, she might have reached out to him and told him in an email or text message that he's doing good in school. He wanted to talk to you or whatever. So I could have been wrong there. Great job, his name. It really doesn't take too much to make mommy or me happy. Now, do I need to explain that? It doesn't take too much to make mommy or me happy. And he's trying to be dismissive by saying mommy instead of addressing her by her name. You see what I'm saying? Instead of he said mommy. Like, he's making it sound like he's talking to a 3-year-old and not a 7-year-old. He's infantilizing the child. Just some effort into your grades and being nice to mommy like you always are. It would be nice to start waking up on your own and getting ready for school. Maybe making your bed. Now he's joking around and stuff like that. This is him trying to get the mom to remember the good times. Anyways, I'll always be here, buddy. If you ever want to write me, there's speech to text on mommy's phone, or let me know if you want to talk, and mommy will let me know. Love you, buddy. So the fact that he's saying there's speech to text on mommy's phone, it's saying that he might not understand this. This is directed to the mom. He's showing, hey, you might not even understand this, but hopefully your mom will read this message. Your mom will read this email, and hopefully she'll find it in her heart to forgive me, find it in their heart to get back with me and whatnot. Because this is the mindset. This is the mentality right here. Instead of apologizing for whatever he did, instead of just taking accountability for whatever he did, he tries to go for the jugular by using the kid as a manipulation, because this is what narcissistic people do. They connect to your kids. They get involved in your kids' lives. They become part of your family. They do this type of stuff, right? And then once the discard happens or once the breakup happens, they use this as a ploy to stay in your life, because he directed this directly to her. He wrote this to him, but he sent it to her. You see what I'm saying? And then y'all go back to the original email where she said in the original email, she said in the original email, granted, he has yet to reach out or contact my son, even though I have tried contacting him when my son wanted to speak with him. You see what I'm saying? This is right here. It's just saying, like, look, I control this. I'm going to punish your son by not contacting him directly or not responding to you or wanting to talk to him directly. I'm going to punish him. I'm going to punish you through him. This is what narcissistic people do. They use it as leverage. And like I said, in the beginning, I was reading the stuff. Thank goodness you escaped that, because listen to that right there. My son, whenever we would get back together, so there was multiple breakups, so he was in and out of the son's life, my son would always tell him to not yell at his mommy and to be nice to his mommy. So my son has witnessed him yelling and raging at me. You see right there? That's that's heavy, y'all. That's super heavy right there. That is extremely heavy. Like, I'm glad you escaped that, to help your son get out of this toxic relationship dynamic, to help him get past this, and to help him, to understand that yelling at your mom, he's a mama, you can tell he loves his mama. Yelling at women is not okay. Yelling at anybody is not okay, but especially yelling and raging and maybe throwing stuff, that type of stuff. I'm not saying he would do this, your ex would do this, but that type of stuff tends to start to escalate. It just goes from yelling in front of your son. It goes to hitting you in front of them. And then they can also use this type of stuff in front of the kids. When you have a point, when you're trying to hold them accountable and the kids are around, they can say, shh, don't argue in front of your son. You're going to argue in front of your son. You're setting a bad example in front of your son. You're setting a bad example. I know I did what I did, but you're setting a bad example. You're his mom. That's his stink face right there, y'all. But anyways, y'all, thank her for sending it in. Shout out to her for sending it in. If you want to send your email in, just wait till I have a little stinger that plays at the end. If you want to send your stories in, your text messages and whatnot, y'all can see I protect the privacy. I block it out and whatnot. I don't use your name and such. And just see me say, hey, you can use this or whatever to the email. It'll be at the end. Thank y'all so much. Like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, y'all. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost a thing. If you want to send in your story to be broken down or send in some text messages, you can do that at info@mentalhealness.net, or you can send me a short voicemail, brief voicemail to 855-432-5637. I love interacting with y'all. I love breaking these stories down. Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all in the next reaction video. Peace.